Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know all of us love eating tasty home cooked meal every day, right? But at times deciding what to cook on a daily basis becomes very tiresome, boring and also takes up a lot of time in the morning. So recently I have started meal planning for the entire week in one go. This saves a lot of time, allows me to curate a menu that's full of variety, packed with nutrition, and also has a lot of delicious options that I can try throughout the week. I've also made this menu master list that has all the menus that I can try. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys this master list along with the system in which I make my weekly menu plan. I'm sure you will enjoy this video and also find this very helpful. So yeah, without any delay, let's get started. So before you start your weekly meal planning, the first thing that you have to do is to make a master list, that is basically all the things that is usually prepared in your home. So you can just take a notebook and start writing down all the menus that are usually prepared in your home. You can also do this in any digital medium, or you can use my master list that I use for myself, and I'm also going to share it with you guys. So let me quickly take you through this entire master list. So the first part of the breakfast section has all the sandwiches that are usually made in my kitchen. So a lot of them are egg sandwiches. I love egg sandwiches. So there are a lot of varieties of egg sandwich in this part. And then there are a lot of options in vegetarian section also, with vegetables, paneer, tofu and all those stuffs. There are a lot of chicken sandwich varieties, and then there is a section where I've written down all the spreads that I use for my sandwich, and I've also written down the names of the breads that I usually buy or make in my kitchen. Then I've written down the types of eggs that we have for breakfast, like scrambled egg, boiled egg and all those stuffs. And I also have a section for pancakes. Now I have not written down the flour pancake because that is a cheat meal that I love having on the weekends, but other than that all the besan pancake and oat pancake are written down in this section. And I have also written down the additional stuffs that I add to the pancake to make it more healthy. And for the smoothie, I have not written down any specific recipe, so I have divided this into 4 sections. One has all the bases that I add to the smoothie, like the fruits or vegetables or the chia seed, oats and stuffs like that. Then there's this liquid section, and one section for all the sweeteners that I add, and one for the toppings, like the fruit toppings or the granola or the seeds and nuts that I add. And I pick stuffs from these 4 boxes and make my own customized smoothie bowl or smoothie glass, and everything turns out to be really good. And in a very similar manner for salad also, I have a very customizable way of doing it. So I've just written down the greens that I add, the proteins that I add and the nuts and seeds that I add to my salad. After that I have the Indian section where the very basic Indian breakfast options are written down, like roti sabzi, dhokla, poha, upma and stuffs like that. And then I have added 2 other sections. So one of them is of quick options. These are the quick options that are there. So cakes, banana, milk, fruit bowl. These don't take any kind of time or effort, and I can just quickly grab them on the go. And also I have a few holiday special recipes. So these are like cheat meals and take up a little extra time. So I always love making them on the weekends. So there is luchi aloo dum, there's flour pancake, there's masala dosa, and all the stuffs are my holiday favorite breakfasts. Okay, next in the lunch section, in the first part I've written down all the different rice recipes that are usually made in my kitchen, and after that I have all the roti and paratha recipes that are made. I have also made a note of all the different types of flours that I can usually use for making these roti and parathas. And in the next part I have written down the names for all the dals that are usually prepared in my home. So there are a few that are great with rice, and then these tarka and ghugni and all these stuffs that are great for roti. So yeah, I have written them down all in this page. And after that I also have a lot of sabji options. Now vegetable curries are like a must have in our home. We love it and it's also very nutritious. So we have a lot of them, like nearly every day, and I've written them down all over here. There are a lot of them. So like some are only made of aloo, some with a lot of vegetables like lauki, bhindi, parwal, and also a lot of winter options with cabbage, cauliflower and brinjal and stuffs like that. Now in the protein section, I have not written down any specific name of the recipe because there are thousands of recipes. Even I try a lot of variety according to my mood. So I've just written down the protein source and the usual kinds of curries that I make with the protein, and I created a combination according to whatever is available in the fridge and whatever my mood is like. So yeah, this is how I customize the protein part of the diet. I also have a few soup recipes that I usually prefer having in the night because these days I'm trying not to have a lot of carbohydrate in the night. So soups are a must have for me, and I have a few quick one pot meals that I make very quickly when I'm going to work or I'm very busy. So yeah, they are very tasty and takes up a very little time. And then I also have a small section for desserts and for evening snacks. I don't really like having a lot of evening snacks, but I have a few of them just in case, like on days when I feel a little hungry in the evening, I choose something from this section. Now before making your weekly meal plan, write down whatever vegetables that you have already in your fridge and then write down the vegetables that you want to buy. Now I know a lot of people prefer making the menu card first and then they go out to buy stuffs. Even I used to do this, but recently I realized that when I do this, often a few things are not available and then I have to change the menu and then add all the new things that I've bought. So it's kind of double work. So I prefer buying things first and then making the menu according to whatever is available in the market. Now in the section of available vegetables, I write down whatever is there in the fridge and then I make a small list of the essential things that I will buy, like potato, onions, tomato. These are stuff that I buy regularly. And then I write about the bulk vegetables, the vegetables that will be used to make curries, like cabbage, cauliflower, ash gourd, pointed gourd and stuffs like that. I write down at least 4 or 5 types of them, and I also add leafy vegetables like spinach and stuffs. And then I write down a few things that are optional, like mushroom or paneer. If I find them fresh and I just buy them and add those stuffs in my menu planner, otherwise I leave them out. And yeah, of course I write down the proteins that I want to add, like the fish or chicken. So yeah, once I have bought all the stuffs that I wanted to buy, I start making my weekly menu plan. Also, while making the menu plan, keep in mind any kind of specific dietary requirements that you have or any of your family members have. So for the meal planning, you can use a page like this where you write down all the menu for the whole week, or you can also use post-it notes like this. The good thing about post-it notes is that you can write down all your recipe names in these post-it notes, add them to the weekly menu and then just replace them and keep them in a diary so that you can use the same post-it note over and over again, and it saves a lot of time. I used to do this when I first started meal planning, but now I have bought this magnetic meal planner from Amazon. It is seriously an amazing thing. I can just stick it to the fridge. I can write on this using the markers that come along with this planner, and you can just rub it off after a week and write the fresh meal plan again. I will leave a link to this in the description box down below. This is really amazing and this is what I currently use to make my meal plan. And yeah, I complete meal planning for the entire week. So while writing down this meal plan, I keep in mind a few different things. First, on days when I know I will be very busy, I write down something very simple. So I know on Tuesday I will be very busy in the morning. So for breakfast, I have written down this grilled egg sandwich, which is very tasty, very filling and literally takes no time. Also, I write down something new or some experimental recipe for days when I know I don't have a lot of work for the next day. So on Friday nights, it's usually a slow night because on Saturdays I don't have to work. So I have written down biryani for the Friday night. Also, I keep this meal plan very flexible. So say for Thursday, I know I will have some leftovers from Tuesday and Wednesday and I will have to use that up. So on Thursday, whatever I've written down, I will remove that and write down the leftover and I will complete the leftover. In this way, you do not waste your food. Also have some emergency menus for yourself. I have written them down in my meal planner. So for me, the emergency menus are stuffs that are always there in my fridge, and on days when I don't want to make anything else or I don't have any time, I make them. I don't have to think of anything else. So for me, it's always frozen banana smoothie, because I always have frozen banana in my freezer. You can customize that according to whatever is available in your fridge or whatever you love to eat. You can add that in that emergency meal section of this planner. And I also utilize the reminder section of this planner. So I know I will have to buy milk and set curd on Wednesday, so I've written that down. I know I will have to finish the mangoes that are there in my fridge by Friday, otherwise they will go bad. So I just keep writing them down throughout the week whenever I remember something, and then at the end of the week I remove everything and start everything afresh. So yeah, this is how I do my meal planning. Ever since I've made my master list and started meal planning for a weekly basis, it has become super convenient for me. I can assure you guys, even you will find this very helpful. Do give this a try. I'm sure you won't regret this and will have amazing meals throughout the week without getting bored or tired of deciding what to cook. That's it for today's video, guys. Download the menu book from the description box down below and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Also, if you have liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, subscribe and hit on to the bell button so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified. I will be back with a new video super soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.